Hey everybody, it's Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and today I've got a product from Tecware. This is their Phantom Rgb mechanical gaming keyboard. You can check it out on Amazon at the time of this review for $59. I'll have that link in the description below. Is this keyboard worth your money? We're going to jump into it now and check it out. Okay, so first off, we've got the Doubleshot ABS keycaps, full NKRO. We've got gold-plated USB connections. We've got multiple Rgb modes. Now, if you take a look at some of the things that they have listed here, under LED lighting, they have 20 modes, 5 levels, and 5 speeds. So 5 levels of brightness, 5 different speeds, either left or right, and 20 different modes that you can use with this keyboard. Now, I'm not going to be able to show you every mode in here because this will just be an hour-long review. I will show you some of them, and I will show you the accompanying software where you can actually make this per key lit depending on how you want to light this. So you can actually light each individual key a different color if you want to. So the customization that they have built into this is phenomenal. You have FR4 fiberglass for the printed circuit boards. It will work on Windows 7 and above and on Mac. You do get a 1-year warranty, and you can download, of course, all of their software on their website. So first things first, what kind of switches do we get in this? Well, they have a version with red switches, and they have a version with brown switches, and then they have a version with blue switches, and these are Outemu switches. They're not cherry switches, but Outemu, and I have used keyboards with both Outemu switches and cherry switches, and I don't really have a preference between both of them. They do feel slightly different. They also give you extra keys here. As you can see, I get about 4 extra keys in case a key does fail on me, so you can switch it out, and you can switch out any of these keys if you need to, if you get a broken switch or something like that. They give you a key puller as well in the bag so that you have that to pull your keys whenever you need to. These are Outemu blue switches, and that's what we'll be reviewing today. Again, you can get it in Outemu red and Outemu brown switches if those are more your thing. As for your connection, you have a gold-plated USB connection with a nice, almost 6-foot braided USB cable. They did a really good job on this cable. It's going to be super durable for the Phantom Rgb. Okay, so the next thing everybody's going to want to know is, since it's a mechanical keyboard, how does it sound with these Outemu blue switches? So this is going to be a little bit of a typing test that I'm going to do for you so that you guys can hear. It's about maybe a foot or two away. So this is what they sound like. Okay, so the next thing and last thing I really want to talk about is the actual keyboard itself, as far as how it looks and how it is built. It's a very durable keyboard with a metal backplate to it. Pretty nice with the Phantom logo right there on the bottom, and not a lot of branding anywhere else. And it's got those nice raised keys that are really easy to clean because they're raised up off the keyboard, and they allow a lot of LED light to get through. Speaking of that, we're going to do a few of the modes here so that you can see some of that, and then we'll do the software as well so you can see how the software interacts with the keyboard itself. Okay, so here are just some of the modes that you can utilize on this keyboard right out of the box without the software. This is kind of just a wave key setup here where everything's in waves. You've got one that kind of explodes out here and then kind of comes back in. You've got them all listed, and I'll have them listed below that you can check out. There's 18 hard-coded modes that you have here using the function key, and you start with the insert, your page up, page down, home, end, and delete keys. Those over on the right-hand side, plus function. Each one of those keys has 3 different modes coded into that, so you can get up to 18 modes that way. Plus you have a solid key, which you can do right here, which will just be your solid color, and you can access with function arrow up and arrow down, you can change the brightness on this up to 5 levels of brightness, all the way to nothing. So if you don't want it on at all, you can, and you'll have up to 5 levels of brightness total. You also have, with the left and right keys, you can change the speed of the animation. And then up above there are your function plus and minus, or positive and negative, next to your backspace key. You can actually change individual colors with your plus key, and with your negative key you can change the direction of the animation. So if it's going from left to right and you want it to go from right to left, you can do a function minus key, and that will actually change the direction of the animation. Now, once we add the software in here, you can actually make each individual key a different color. You can map macros to it. You can do other things with it as well, and that's what we're going to check out now. So let's take a look at the setup here. This is just a setup file that you use to set up this Tecware RGB mechanical keyboard application, and this is what you'll have here. You'll have up to 3 different profiles that you can use, which is actually pretty handy. So in case you want to quickly switch between profiles, we'll just be using profile 1. You've got a macro button here, and I've actually done a macro here. You can just record your own macros, name them for whatever you want, and then you can delete them or add them right from this screen, and it will save it as a file on your computer. And then you can actually assign this macro to any key on the keyboard. So very handy here, just as easy as hitting record and then whatever you want. So if I want to hit a few keys and then save it, I can also do that, and now it's saved in my macros. And now with the LED editing mode disabled, I can click on the 9 key, say, go to macro, and add macro 1 to my 9 key. And once I hit OK, it'll be in blue. That means that every time I hit the 9 key, it will use that macro. And you can do this for any key on the keyboard. So very cool setup there. Very easy to set up macros on this. Another thing that you can do is you can clear the macro out, obviously. And then another thing that we can do is we can add function keys to this. We can also add any other key we want to as well. So if I wanted the 9 key to be something like the G key, I can just go here and put H in there and hit OK, and then every time I hit the 9 key, the H key will actually go on. So I can remap each individual key here to anything that I want to, and it's all through the software here. You can also do function such as media player, muting your volume up, your volume down, next track, email, browser. So you can actually add those as shortcuts to any key on the keyboard. So that is really, really cool. It's a very easy to look at interface and very simple to use to add macros. Now, if we enable our LED mode here, we will have several different things. You're going to have this drop-down box with a bunch of different settings here. You're going to have your brightness, your speed, the direction. If I want it to go left to right or right to left, I can do that. And of course, as soon as I apply it, it will automatically upload to my keyboard. So that's really, really cool. Now, if I don't want it to be multicolor and I want it to just be red, I can make this animation red, and it will do that. I can change the speed and the brightness. I can also change it to, say, green and make it green. I can change the polling rate as well from 125 hertz all the way up to 1000 hertz. And then you've got a drop down of all of those modes that are pre-built in. I can pick one and I can actually make it my own by doing different colors for different keys. If I go to custom, it's going to have some drop downs for say first-person shooters. Obviously here we've got an FPS setup where your WASD keys are in red, your 1 through 5 keys are in yellow, and then your other key here is in green. Say I was playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and I wanted my F key to be in green. I can just go and select a color, green, highlight it, make my F key green, use the eraser tool and erase that other R key, and now I can save that, and now my movement keys, my action key, and all 5 of my weapon keys are all set up there. So as soon as I apply that, that will go up as that custom profile. and it's instantaneous. Once you hit apply, it'll automatically apply it and show up on your keyboard. So very, very cool with that as well. Being able to make each individual key whatever lit color I would like, and then being able to save those is very cool. If I wanted to add, say, a pink key to any of my other keys, I could do that as well, and add those in, or erase them, or add them to another key, and then of course upload that, just have one show up. Now all the other keys will not be lit, so I can focus just on those action keys that I need. There's defaults for FPS and MOBA and RTS and a few of the other major setups that you would see here. And then there's 6 different customs that you can do yourself. So you can do custom 1 through 6 for certain games where you just like have certain keys lit up. Of course, you can change the polling rate on every one of those profiles as well. So if you want it to be faster or slower, you can do that. Another thing you can do is you can change these from multicolor again to a different color and automatically upload it straight to your device, and you'll be good to go. So if I want this certain one waterfall to be in multicolor, I can have it in multicolor if I want to, or if I want it to be in a single color, I can uncheck multicolor and have it be anything that I want. So overall, you've got access to all the modes that you have here. And then you can actually even make them more customized towards your liking if you want to. If I just wanted this waterfall to be only in green, I can do it that way right from the application. And as soon as I hit apply, up it goes. So that's a little bit of the software as well. So that's my review of the Tecware Phantom RGB backlit mechanical keyboard. Again, you can get it in different colored switches if you like a certain touch or feel of a different switch. This was really a great keyboard for $59. The fact that it's so customizable with the software, the fact that it just has really, really nice typing and gaming experience with those Outemu blue switches. I get really good tactile feedback off of it, and it just feels really, really good to type on. I am definitely giving this a double thumbs up. This was Luke from Galaxy Tech Review, and this was the Tecware Phantom RGB backlit mechanical keyboard. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Remember to like, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, because that always helps me out, and I'll check you guys out on the next video.